ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।
आज मैं शुरुआत करने के पहले हमारा ड्रामा अनुसार आज हमारा वाटर डिपार्टमेंट के इंचार्ज शंभू भाई को याद करते हुए आज अचानक उन्होंने सवेरे अमृत वेला का टाइम हार्ट अटैक आने के कारण शरीर छोड़ दिया है। उस आत्मा के लिए भी थोड़ा हम हृदय पूर्वक श्रद्धांजलि देंगे। कारण क्या, मैं जब वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में कंस्ट्रक्शन अंडर में सब सेवा करने के लिए 1-2 महीने के लिए आए थे, फिर वो सब वाटर का जो भी सिस्टम बिफोर जब डायमंड जुबली ईयर चल रहे थे, डायमंड हॉल भी एक तरफ बन रहा था, उस टाइम कंस्ट्रक्शन डिपार्टमेंट से वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में ट्रांसफर हुआ, टोटल वाटर डिपार्टमेंट।
And I was working in the construction department, and just in a short space of time I was moved to the water department. Om Shanti. So brother was first paying tribute to Shambhu Bhai. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Georgina, can you hear me? If you can, please wave.
Okay, Om Shanti.
Okay, so Shambhu Bhai, who left the book.
Translation is okay? English?
Can you indicate if the translation is audible?
ओके, ओम शांति। जब अपना डिपार्टमेंट कंस्ट्रक्शन डिपार्टमेंट से वाटर डिपार्टमेंट ट्रांसफर हुआ, जब मैं शंभू भाई आकर के कहते थे आप ये वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में आ जाओ, आप यहीं रह सकते हैं, समर्पित हो सकते हैं। मैंने उस टाइम नगर पालिका में काम कर रहे थे, मैं 1-2 महीने के लिए आए थे उस टाइम। तब तक 6 महीना हो गया जो इनिशियल में जो भी वाटर सप्लाई के एस्टेब्लिशेशन हो रहे थे, जब डायमंड जुबली ईयर था, डायमंड हॉल ओपन होने के पहले। फिर शंभू भाई कहने के कारण मैं फिर हमारा लीव को 1 ईयर तक एक्सटेंशन किया था करके मैं फिर वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में आ गया। इसलिए शंभू भाई मुझे मधुबन में रहने के लिए निमित्त बने थे, बाबा ने निमित्त किया था, इसलिए उस आत्मा के लिए भी मैं दिल से शुक्रिया मानता हूँ। आज अचानक उनका कुछ अमृत वेला में हार्ट अटैक आने के कारण बाबा के पास चले गए। ड्रामा अनुसार मुझे भी आज पानी के बारे में समझाने के लिए मौका मिला है। ये अब कहते हैं ना, जल ही जीवन है, जल के बिना जीवन नहीं। जल अमृत कहा जाता, वाटर इज प्रीशियस है ना। एक एक बूंद का महत्व बहुत, जब पानी नहीं मिलते थे उस टाइम बहुत उसका वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाते थे। जब मैं वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में आने के बाद इसके बारे में ज़्यादा सोचने लगे, मैं पहले भी नगर पालिका में वाटर डिपार्टमेंट में थे, फिर बाबा का जो प्रेरणा के कारण धीरे 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 जो है जल के बारे में एक मॉडल एग्जीबिशन के रूप में एक बन के तैयार हुआ है। 2013 में फर्स्ट टाइम वाटर एग्जीबिशन रचन मोहनी ने इसका शुरुआत किया थी, दादी द्वारा मैंने ओपनिंग किया था। तब से कंटिन्यू वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग एवरी ईयर, जल दिवस मनाया जाता है। एक्चुअली यूनाइटेड नेशन से द्वारा हर साल मार्च 22 को वर्ल्ड वाटर डे मनाया जाता है, यूएन वाटर डे मनाया जाता है। इस प्रकार हर साल वाटर डे सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है, फिर लोगों का अवेयरनेस किया जाता है। अपने भी लाखों लोग आते हैं हर साल में अपना शांतिवन में, ज्ञान सरोवर में, इसलिए उनका पानी के बारे में अवेयरनेस करने के लिए जरूरी भी है। इस प्रकार का एक एग्जीबिशन बनाया गया है। अभी रेखा सिस्टर पाले वाटर का सॉन्ग, बहुत अच्छा गीत सतीश पाई ने उन्होंने लिखा था, फिर उसको गाया भी है। वो अभी फर्स्ट प्ले करेंगे, उसके बाद में हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। उसके साथ साथ शंभू भाई का आत्मा के लिए भी थोड़ा योगदान हम करेंगे।
yoga vibrations for that soul. Each drop is so valuable. Save water, think about it. It is life-giving. So let us save water. If we lose water, we would lose life. Even the earth and the sky, they want water. About water, there is a very long story. So think about it and understand that we need to save water. With life in the world, there's a story about water. If there isn't water, then there are signs of dying. Let us share happiness. If you have love for God, then don't waste water. So, brothers, let us save water. If there is water, then there is tomorrow. Happiness. Let us share happiness. Each drop is so valuable. Let us save water. So think about it and understand that water is life and we should save water.
छोटा सा वीडियो प्ले करेंगे.
Now we'll have a short video about Water is precious. Here's a tap that hasn't been closed properly. Drops of water going to waste whilst there's kettle dying, people dying of thirst. Even a little lid of water is being given, is water in it given to a child. The earth so dry through drought, and animals die through drought, and so do people. So every drop counts. Therefore, save water and save lives. Just as we understood during Corona time how important air is. Before, when we didn't have problems with air, there was just but you understood the value of air, and when people needed ventilators and air. But in the same way, we go to the bathroom, water doesn't come in the tap, then when you realize there is no water, you value it even more. Out of the 5 elements, just as air is important for breathing, for life, water is really essential, and so water is most important. So in different views, many different titles are given in order to explain the importance of water. 12 titles in this PowerPoint. That water is life. Why is that said? The other is water pollution. How water is polluted. One is natural pollution, the other is chemical pollution, then human waste, plastic, for instance, and so nuclear pollution, how clean water is polluted, and then water conservation, to serve it, how to serve it, how rainwater goes into the ocean, and sweet water and salty water, and agricultural water, how much water is used in agriculture, how much is wasted, and then water and health is a very big subject. There's a lot of confusion about what sort of water to drink. There's soft water, hard water, alkaline water, which water to drink, when to drink it, how much to drink, and the effect of water, how much adults should drink, how much children should drink. So water and health is another topic, and then water and energy. So without water you can't have energy, and without energy you can't have water, so it's interdependent, and trade through water.
The unique specialty of water.
And then unique speciality of water. What are the special virtues of water as chemical property, physical property, biological property, thermal property, divine property, angelic property are also included. Water is a women's issue in Rajasthan. In certain places, they have to spend time to accumulate water. Children, women, in their whole life, half of their time goes in saving water. For instance, if there's a little bit of water in a particular place, then they try to save it in underground lakes. And then that water is used throughout the year throughout.
Water issue is the woman's issue.
So it's an issue for women because they are responsible for saving water. And then the message from water, the impact of our thoughts on water and the elements, and then water and technology. How can water be purified? And toilet water, how it can be purified so that it can then tap water. And then there's water, where there isn't water, they use ocean water, sea water, desalinization, and the technology of that. And then the last is water and climate change. The impact of climate change on water. Sometimes there's clouds that rain, cloud bursts, it's called, and in Himachal Pradesh that happens, and there's huge landslides as a result. In Chennai, also in China, it's happened in Russia, in America, all because of climate change, and water cycling is affected. So these 12 things on which water PPT has been made. So why precious water? It's shown as a pyramid, awareness of importance of water, so the priority, awareness, to create awareness of water, why it's so precious, invaluable, creating awareness initially, and then how to save water from being polluted, because the earth is covered by 70% of salty water, and then 90% of Earth is covered by 70% of water. Out of that 70%, 90% is salty water. And then we use unnecessary drainage of water. Hundreds of thousands, crores of water is spent in purification of water, river water, the Ganges water, and you see people put bodies into that Ganges and other pollutants into the water. So we pollute that water, and so it's a lot of waste of money in a lot of money is spent in purifying that water. In Bharat, there's so much rain, and most of that water goes into the ocean. So it's sweet water that's going into salty seawater. Because we don't use it, we're not able to conserve it, and so it becomes salty water. So we have to conserve water. We have to connect rivers in such a way that we're able to save water. And water efficiency, it's compulsory, and these are green buildings harvesting water in the roof tops to save that water in each household. So through God, through the elements, every drop of water that comes onto the rooftop, and it should stay in your own home. It should not be lost. In the hot season, we don't have to then struggle for water, so efficiently use water. So in other countries also there's this green technology buildings And for instance, solar energy and saving water and recycling that water and reusing it. So it's called water efficiency. And then sustainable water management. So first of all, we must bring awareness in people and then stop water from being polluted, and then conserve water in each household, water efficiency, and this is water management, and that's called sustainable water. So these 12 topics: water is life, water pollution, conservation, agriculture, health, water trade. For instance, water from your household, it's indirectly purchased. The area that you live in, how it's polluted, water is polluted, and how that's purified, and the trade of that water. So 12 topics. So each has an explanation. So what is water? It has two hydrogen molecules, one oxygen molecule, so you get H2O. It's so small that you can't see. Pure water has no color, taste, smell, and it's in three forms: solid, liquid, and gas. It means this is the only element that can be in three forms at a time. It can change. For instance, you heat water, it becomes vapor, and then it condenses. Again, you get water, and at 0 degrees it will cool, it will become ice. And it's the only element that can change in three forms: solid, liquid, and vapor. So big speciality: no color, no taste, no odor, no form. Whichever vessel you put it in, that's how it will become. If you put sugar in, it'll become sweet. You put salt in, it'll become salty. So the three phases of water. And then water crystals. The effect of your thoughts on matter, on the elements. So water has memory. Your vibrations have an impact on water, and the molecules, the crystals change according to your vibration. And there's World Water Day. In order to bring awareness in people about water, in 2011, 13, March 22nd is World Water Day that's celebrated. This is a detail in this. In 1992, this was begun, this exhibition. So water is important in industry, it's important for animals, it's invaluable, it's so necessary, and its impact on everything. Earth is covered by 70% of water. So distribution of water, 97% of water is salty, and 0.2% is in the form of ice in Antarctica and Arctica. So the surface water, the water that you see in rivers and canals is just 1% surface water, groundwater, and ice water. So 97% is salty, 0.7% is groundwater, And in India, they take that underground water and use that for agriculture. So groundwater, we take it from the ground, but it doesn't recharge. Therefore, harvesting of water is really essential to return it to the ground. So surface water, the rivers, like the Thames, is so polluted. There's chemical waste, nuclear waste, and even 0.1% of water is so polluted. If this continues, you won't actually have water for drinking. So this is in detail how water is used in different aspects. Water cycling, total amount of water is the same. So water cycling continues, and the quality of water, quantity of water remains the same, but the population is growing. And because of human activities and climate change, water cycling changes. Under the law of nature, it recycles, but because of industrial development and pollution, this whole cycle of water is very disturbed. Suddenly there's drought, suddenly there's floods, suddenly there's cold and it becomes ice. And so it's really important to reset that. And water pollution, how water is polluted, industrial pollution, nuclear pollution, chemical pollution, how it's polluted in different ways. And then water conservation. This is really important to save every drop. Such importance. In every household, we have to save water, water harvesting, roof water harvesting, bore well recharging, and many different methods of saving water. By becoming pure vegetarians, we can save water. Those who are non-vegetarian, the amount of cubic water is more necessary, but vegetarians save more water. So this is why we also say become vegetarians. In your own household, use water very wisely. How you can save every drop of water in your household, waste water, recycling water that you wash vegetables with and water the garden with it at the end. Bore well discharging, where it dries up at that time, roof water, and you can increase the level of water in your bore well so that the problems of lack of water can finish. So 70% of water is wasted. 70% of water is waste, only 30% is potable. So you can use water for washing cars, washing utensils. Water in agriculture. Water is wasted in agriculture also. So this is why there's irrigation, drip irrigation and sprinklers, technology of this kind that they have adopted in agriculture so that wastewater is saved. And some governments give funding and subsidies for this. And then virtual water trade. So it's traded around the world. For instance, in London, or there's not much agricultural products here, more it's imported. And so groundwater by purchasing the product is cheaper, because otherwise they have to grow and sustain, and we're in fact saving groundwater, cost of living. So in every product, 70 liters of water are required to grow an apple. For one person, per capita, 300 liters of water per person, 5,000 liters per person per day is necessary. 2,400 liters you can receive 1 glass of milk per day per capita. 3,000 to 4,000 liters required per head. Beef products, 1 glass of coffee, 40 liters. So the carbon footprint, this is a water footprint. In developed countries, they calculate water footprint, and this is how industries are established. Green water, that's rainwater. Blue water is groundwater. And then recycled water is the grey water. 3 types of water are calculated. Industries in big countries where there's trade, industries are developed. They calculate the water footprint also. They not only calculate carbon footprint, but water footprint also. So water saving by trade. So if it's actually traded, then we can share water with one another, and we can save water, so then everyone can receive water. Because of competition, you don't do much trade of water, but because of different qualities of water, there can become a problem with water. There's no energy without water, no water without energy. Both are interrelated. And the population is growing, and 2025, 26, there will be major problems with water. How much water is needed in industry for public use, etc., that calculation is there. So 2030, the food demand will grow, water demand will grow, energy demand will grow, and so all the detail is there. And the war that's to come also, oh, I see, war for water. Main resource of water will be attacked first, and so that water is that's going to be tempered with in war. So industry, water demand will grow, energy demand will grow. So all of this is in detail on these slides. There's securities on the basis of water in order to save water. Water and health is a very big subject. 70% of the body is water. Said to be a water machine. The body is a water machine. Many minerals, total dissolved solutes, TDS. So 70% of water is needed in the body. And then there's waterborne disease, for instance, diarrhea, malaria, dengue, fever, all waterborne diseases. Every 15 seconds, a child leaves the body because of waterborne diseases. So it's very important to have clean water. Each person would require drinking water of 2 liters at least. And by not drinking enough water, people become dehydrated. So, water, we must drink 2.2 to 3 liters per day, because we need to drink water at the right time, because that takes care of any illness. Right quantity, right quality, and the right time to drink water, and we can reduce the risk of disease. So what water to drink? What sort of problems can be rectified, remedied through drinking water? And then water pH. Potential hydrogen, alkaline water, hard water. So it's all on the basis of pH of the water. The pH of water is, blood is 7.2 or 7.4, so water, so alkaline, and sound department, alkaline water in the sound department, like cucumber, pumpkin, alkaline water, maybe I think lemon, alkaline foods. It's not digested, but it's given in the morning. As you open your eyes, you drink water, alkaline water. It's blood purification through that. This is why water is really important. And whatever you drink, distilled water, mineral water, it's not actually mineral water. It has very low TDS, 150 to 300. Water, it's clean, but it's not TDS. There's no dissolved mineral in there. And then there's joints kind of problems. So there must be a minimum TDS in water. That then really is mineral water. Acidic drinks, Coca-Cola, cold drinks that people like, they are highly acidic. You can drink a little for digestion, but Coca-Cola or other drinks, they are highly acidic, and then many kinds of sickness can happen, and blood clots too, and then highly acidic drinks can lead to cancer also. And so alkaline water plants in different companies in Japan, Japanese plants, and people are asked to drink this type of water. Water you drink in your homes, lemon water, cucumber water, different pumpkin water. So there should be minerals in the water. But if the water is pure but doesn't have minerals, then that's also not good. There are more minerals there are through the earth that goes into the body. So minimum to drink as much of that as is possible. And then pH balance is explained here, and then next, which minerals are needed daily: potassium, magnesium, calcium, how much of each. So all the minerals, and which minerals should not be there, like lead, which exist in water that we shouldn't have. Fluoride. In Rajasthan, there's so much fluoride in water, and other things that are less. So this is water pH. What is alkaline, neutral, acidic? Fried food is highly acidic. This is why doctors recommend green foods, salads. In salads, there's alkaline and neutral. Green foods, green drinks, your pH becomes natural. those that drink and eat alkaline fruits, it's good. So 4 parameters in water: antioxidation, and then alkaline, dehydration. And by drinking less water, you become dehydrated. As much water the body needs, by not drinking that much, many sickness can have heart problems, head problems. Minimum 2 liters of water we should drink, 2 to 3 liters. This is shown here to maintain pH level, that's shown here. And different measurements, different qualities of water. There's meters for measuring pH of water. And drink water at the correct time. Which water, how much water to drink, and water and health. And this is unique speciality of water. It's an amazing element. It has many virtues. Physical water changes into 3 forms. Temperature, quality changes in that 3 forms. And then the physical property of water. Water has polarity. There's electrons, protons, neutrons. So, if you were to put water somewhere, it should be at the same level. Simplistic chemical. It's just 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. So hydrogen doesn't have any odor or form. So there's so many molecules of H2O. You can put water, color into water. You can put salt, sugar. So then accordingly the taste and color looks like that. Its shape changes because of polarity. It attracts. For instance, you put water into wood, wood will absorb it. So then thermal property of water. When something is in its solid form, it will sink in the water, but when its density is so when water is solid as ice, it will float. It can be used for cooling. So angelic properties, solvent, lubricant, many different physical properties, divine property, coolant. You can heat it, but it will automatically go to its cooling temperature. So whatever you put it in, it will mix with that. It's lubricant, it's transparent. And when there's rainwater from the mountains, it will transport all the minerals, and the consciousness can also be reflected. So water is a reflector. The message from water is really important. The effect of your thoughts on water and the elements is shown. Emoto, the Japanese scientist, gave details of this. Water has memory just as computer has memory. So there is an effect of our thoughts on water. The molecules of water, the shape changes under nano-microscopic it can be seen. Structured, unstructured water, nectar water, unstructured water. So pure vibrations, and if water becomes structurized, 6 molecules shown there, and structurized water is health. And just as you say expiry for something, and automatically the chemical compound, nuclear structure breaks, and then it starts to smell bad, and then it wouldn't be worth eating or drinking. So structurized water is called health. So there's mystery, creation. For instance, honey, the honeycomb, I think he's meaning. The honeycomb he's missing. He's saying, yeah, hexagonal structure. So this hexagonal eye, construction also, hexagonal structure is thought to be a good structure, safe from earthquakes. So with water, by giving donation of water through vibrations of yoga, how water changes and the benefit of that. So the cell structure is also hexagonal. By drinking structured water, we spoil our body structure by negative thoughts. So Baba says, when by thinking negatively, there can be changes in the body, negative. 98% of cells, water is water. So scientifically, this has been shown. DNA changes. 528Z?
Frequency of love, frequency, repair our body structure.
Repair of if you give vibrations of love, you can even change the DNA. For instance, there's ready-made music, playing music over water and then drinking that water, and so it's that frequency has its value. 520 is the love frequency, and you can change the DNA. So it said water is health. This water should be structurized. Whatever drink, food, Baba says it should give it vibrations. Positive vibrations, positive rays, then the water changes. And how negative vibrations and the how that makes the water crystals change. So we say something, loud music, and different kind of changes in the water.
Structured water is ultimate food, greatest medicine, most
structured water, ultimate food, energy source, ultimate food. Hexagonal structured water is nectar. For instance, Vatican, Saudi Arabia, there's a well. It's called holy water. In France also there's a hill, nectar water. In Baba's house you can get nectar water, Baba's bhog, and the nectar. So it improves one's health. So in practical, Imoto, Japanese brother, he water kept in meditation at Amrit Vela, how it changed before and after meditation, how crystals of water change. So how we can make structured water in our own households through mild music, positive vibrations. By giving vibrations to water, you can get highly crystallized water. It's very good for everyone's health. And so the gift for you, if somebody comes into your house, first of all, if you give them a glass of cold water, it's a gift for them. So this is what it said. In agriculture, we say healthy yogic agriculture, how it can improve your health. Structured water can bring good growth of water. Insects are reduced also. This is shown in yogic farming. Agricultural wing have proved this. Water and women, it's a women's issue. Why? Because health is, because it's a safety problem also. The problems women have with saving water, water technology, using salty water, atmospheric water, have a machine that all the water that's in the atmosphere, the coolness, humidity, can be changed to drinking water through a machine, and then saving 5-10 liters of water from the atmosphere, and then toilet water to tap water. Big cities like Bombay, as you go to space, they would take such water, but space stations is also being recycled, and they're drinking that water in space station. So when you have carry water in this way, you value every drop of water. You won't value it when it comes out of the tap. Government of India and we are campaigning with them. This main theme. Saving water is our responsibility. By being vegetarian, we can save water. We can't create water, but we can save it.
If no water and no creation, save water, save life, save life, save one life. Save water body, save water stream, save water sources, and
save water,
plant trees and call rain.
Plant trees and bring rain. In Rajasthan, we've already done these campaigns. In many places, we've done these water campaigns. Water management is health management, and raise your consciousness to save water.
Last on the video, Rahman, yeah, Rahman.
If you have any questions or any confusion, you can ask. And I think this may be the last slide now. As Rahman, who's a very famous singer, has made this song.
The light would off.
Let's change the story of water. Ask the earth, where are you? When the rivers were not there, where were you? To save our life, we need water. This water that flows silently. Let us share this story of water, save water. Ask the earth, where were you? The river was crying. Where were you at that time? Cleanliness and water. We have to save this life. Let us change this story. Let us save. Let's ask the earth, where were you when the river was crying? Where were you? Cleanliness and water. We have to save this life. drip, 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 drop. Yours and mine water. Let us change this story. Very nice.
शांतिवन में भी अभी वाटर का
In Shantivan,
जो क्वालिटी है
the quality of water has been tested. Divine Lab, Prabhu Pasand, where the water is tested, and then there's chlorination of the water, and then it's filtered water. And in Pandav Bhavan and Gyan Sarovar, this work is happening there too. So, Baba's children from across the world have cooperated in this project. There's about 8-10 crores of expense. So, water storage, 40. I don't know how many liters of water is being saved, and road water, different wells, bore wells, water is checked. So in Shantivan, there's safe water, Pandav Bhavan, and Gyan Sarovar. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, Paribhai. Om Shanti.